Welcome to This Note. Today, we're stepping in as your strategic mentor to completely decode the architecture of the modern currency markets. Look, if you're aiming to build digital wealth, truly understand global economics, or create a scalable remote business in the AI era, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to treat this like a premium professional mentorship session. We'll break down exactly how this massive global system operates and, more importantly, how you can position yourself right inside it.
All right, let's look at our blueprint. We're covering 6 key areas: the $5 trillion market, Forex fundamentals and mechanics, the holy grail of risk, modern tools and platforms, strategies that actually work, and finally, monetizing your Forex knowledge. We're moving all the way from absolute beginner concepts to advanced, future-ready professional frameworks. Let's get straight to it.
Section 1. The $5 trillion market.
So we're starting with the sheer, undeniable scale of the opportunity here. $7.5 trillion. That massive number represents the daily trading volume of the modern Forex market. Yes, you heard that right, daily. It's a completely decentralized, 24-hour global network where currencies are just constantly being exchanged by banks, huge corporations, and everyday retail traders just like you.
And to really put that into perspective, this comparison brilliantly illustrates how Forex literally dwarfs traditional markets. Compare that 7.5 trillion to the 700 billion daily bond market, or even the 200 billion daily stock market. Because it's so incredibly massive, it's highly liquid. What that means for you is that you can enter and exit trades with incredible speed, making it a true digital ecosystem you can access and leverage from literally anywhere in the world. But hey, before we start building your empire, we need a quick reality check. Chasing easy money without a solid plan, it's a massive trap. It is incredibly easy to open an account with $100 and instantly start picking out the color of your new Lamborghini. But we aren't here to gamble. We're here to build a structured, professional, future-ready business, and that requires discipline. Moving on to Section 2, Forex Fundamentals and Mechanics.
The crucial point here is establishing your foundation. You've got to know the language of this global exchange system before you can write the code, right? Think of it just like exchanging money at an airport. You're simply buying one currency using another based on what the market is actually prepared to pay. Take USD, for example. The euro is your base and the US dollar is your quote. That exchange rate simply tells you how much of the quote currency it takes to buy one single unit of the base currency. It's really the core transaction of global commerce.
Now let's talk about pips. This is how we build our understanding of price movement and measure your potential profit and loss on a micro level. A pip, or percentage in point, is the absolute smallest measure of change in a currency pair. It's how we track success. If EUR/USD moves from 1.1000 to 1.1050, well, you've captured 50 pips. I know, it sounds tiny, literally a fraction of a cent, but when scaled up, this is the exact metric that builds accounts.
Then there's the spread. This is essentially your immediate cost of doing business in the market. It's the very first gap you've got to clear to become a profitable trader. Whenever you open a trade, you're going to notice the buying price is slightly higher than the selling price. That difference? That's the spread. It goes straight to the broker or liquidity provider, which means your trade always starts out just slightly in the negative.
All right, Section 3, the holy grail of risk.
Now that you have the basics down, you need to understand that without this next rule, even the absolute best strategy in the world will fail. This is exactly where amateurs lose their shirts and professionals protect their capital. So, what is the closest thing to the holy grail in trading? I really want you to think about this. Most beginners get this completely wrong. They obsess over irrelevant leverage instead of focusing on capital protection. They search endlessly for the perfect indicator or some foolproof AI algorithm. But the truth? The true holy grail has absolutely nothing to do with predicting the market.
The real secret is position sizing. It's a mandatory workflow that basically guarantees you'll never blow up another trading account. It is the strict mathematical process of matching your trade size to your specific risk tolerance, well before you ever click buy or sell.
This actionable formula right here is your ultimate business shield. It ensures you only ever risk a tiny fraction of your capital per trade, so you can survive and actually scale. Step 1, define the amount risked. Step 2, divide that by your stop loss times the value per pip. Whether your stop loss is tight or super wide, this formula ensures the actual dollar amount you risk remains exactly the same. It's exactly how smart retail pros and institutional desks manage to stay in the game long enough to let their winning edge play out.
Which brings us to Section 4, Modern Tools and Platforms.
With our risk shield firmly in place, let's look at the technological engine that actually powers modern, remote trading businesses today. Because the tools you use directly dictate the speed and efficiency of your analysis. We are way past the slow, outdated days of manual clicks. No abacuses required here. We're fully embracing future-ready platforms like MetaTrader 5 for algorithmic analysis and smart automation. MT5 isn't just a chart, guys. It is a full-blown infrastructure. It supports multiple assets, blazing fast execution, and most importantly, it allows you to build and test automated AI and algorithmic strategies using MQL5. This is exactly how you strip human emotion out of the equation and trade with machine-like discipline.
Next up, Section 5, Strategies that actually work.
Now let's map out the actionable strategies that institutional traders and smart retail professionals are actually using right now. The market has totally changed, and those old, rigid strategies, they just don't cut it anymore. We're looking at price action, trend following, swing trading, news trading, and AI-assisted strategies. By focusing on real price action and AI-assisted tools instead of lagging indicators, you're positioning yourself for way higher consistency and data-driven decisions. Price action is still king because it reads raw market psychology, your support, resistance, breakouts. But blending that with modern trend following, strategic swing trading for those bigger moves, and utilizing AI for predictive analytics, that is how you build a robust, future-proof edge.
Finally, Section 6, Monetizing your Forex knowledge. Ultimately, we want to translate this entire note into digital wealth and real, modern career opportunities. Trading your own capital is just one piece of a much larger puzzle. The skills you're learning here open doors far beyond just clicking buy or sell. We're talking prop firm funding, freelance Pine script development, fintech consulting, or even educational content creation. Once you truly understand market architecture and risk management, you can actually get funded by prop firms to trade six-figure accounts. You could freelance as an automation consultant or a Pine script developer. You are learning a high-income digital skill that the modern fintech economy is absolutely desperate for.
As you step out into this $5 trillion arena to start building your future, keep this incredibly humbling quote from William Gallagher in mind. When you think the market can't possibly go any higher or lower, 9 times out of 10 it will go in the opposite direction. Be forever skeptical. The market is a wild, living ecosystem. You are never going to perfectly predict it. But with the right foundations, rigorous risk management, modern AI tools, and an adaptable mindset, you are more than capable of thriving in it. So my question to you is, what workflow will you build today to start capturing your piece of the digital economy?